It's time for Diamond Volibear. And honestly, this is before the Quill Coat was introduced, so Here's one. I'll still have the old Spirit of the Ancient Golem, not the new one. But the things about Volibear still pretty much stand the same. The Quill Coat didn't make too much of a difference and didn't really address the problems of tank junglers, in which they get invaded and get their stuff stolen. Hell, most actual invasions happen prior to them being able to purchase the Quill Coat in the first place. Oh, is your jungle tank going to have Quill Coat at level 2? Probably not, and then they get cheesed by the invaders. It just doesn't matter. The Quill Coat is kind of a meh response to the whole thing. Spirit of the Ancient Golem is great, even though it did lose tenacity. It just is sort of it's a dumb thing that it lost its late game. I mean, its early game power for a late game. Anyways, right there, that was actually smart thinking here. Look, top lane was warded and at least had made a move, but mid lane was also had a ward and was playing kind of safe, so at least didn't make a move. So she started blue. So the only place she could have been is at her wraiths or in that bush right there, waiting, hadn't gone up and then gone down after realizing she couldn't get a gank. So of course we caught her and then it's a kill there. You could already see that happen. I was a little too slow on the analysis or commentary about that. But either way, that's kind of just map reading 101. Here we go, same thing with Yasuo. I thought he had a ward and was just playing it safe, but it just turns out he was really scared. We were able to catch him off guard after he went forward, and of course he couldn't see me from that wall. It was a line of sight trick, and ganked him. Dead Yasuo, advantage for mid lane, a strong advantage for mid lane. Both the jungler and the mid lane had been taken out. So here I thought they also saw me as well, because Thresh threw out his lantern just to help the Ezreal, but it turns out they were just doing some posturing. We kill the Ezreal and I give advantage to the bottom lane. I'm able to go home and buy a Spirit of the Ancient Golem immediately. So even if Quill Coat was available, I would never have had to go through the Quill Coat purchase. I just went straight into Spirit of the Ancient Golem. But either way, I actually did pick Volibear here as a pick against this team. It was first pick, right? So I was first pick. Volibear's not the worst first pick, but he's also not the best. The enemy team sort of picked into me, So they picked into me, and surprisingly, I was very effective. At least versus Volibear, Volibear kind of doesn't stand a chance, really. But he does wreck champions like Jarvan, because he'll end up, if he's in melee range against Jarvan, he'll fuck over any of his forms of initiation, toss him around, just be a general nuisance. And Jarvan really doesn't have the ability to fight off Volibear because he's just too damn fat. So Ezreal, I'll just sponge up all of his damage and then flip him. Of course, he can escape from me. Though the real big bonus here was Yasuo. Yasuo's flipping and shit. It's just gonna get him killed against a Volibear. I'll fear him. He flips around anywhere near me, I flip him, and I can keep jumping around and doing whatever. But during that queue, during the toss, I'll probably have already done a lot of damage to him. As far as I know, Yasuo, unless he has minions around, enemy minions for that matter, isn't that great against slows or pretty much anything. He is pretty immobile if he doesn't have minions or targets to jump through. So either way, you can tell my team has a quite domination streak right now. The enemy Elise, of course, went for the blue. We just ousted her out, and we just end up stealing it. Easy peasy right there. Go down bottom, no one's around. The enemy Jarvan is actually making a fool out of our Rumble, and our Rumble's kind of mad at our own team. He actually yelled at me for going to gank top. I think he was actually angry at the Syndra for having said, oh, the enemy Jarvan uses flash and ultimate to kill me mid, which she actually did. Also, there are lag spikes, you will see. But anyway, here I actually rewinded just to show you this. Look at how Yasuo is fighting this. He's low, but he's still risking getting destroyed by the Syndra. He's pushing forward, and that just tells me, you know what, at least he's here, trying to make a move. I go in on Yasuo first just to kill him before he gets to do anything significant. Kill him, he contributes no more, and then at least he's sort of just stuck here. So he at least does kill Syndra, but I kill her. So that was just reading the gank that was incoming. First sign was Yasuo was sticking around despite being low health. Second, Yasuo was putting himself in a reckless position, but in a position in which he could probably contribute if Elise were to show up. So that is, a great gank indicator. Of course, you just saw Rumble, trade his life to kill the Yasuo and the Jarvan. I was actually freaking out there because I was like, why are you going there? They're going to be there. Fortunately, Syndra just arrived on time, and we were able to just dunk them and kill them. So it was a worthwhile trade-off. And as I've said about Volibear, actually, he's probably the best bruiser in the game. Like, he straight out epitomizes bruiser. He's not a tank. I mean, he's a tanky character, but he's not a good tank. He's a bodyguard, but not a good tank. He's not a fighter. Like, he really doesn't have that many offensive builds or any at all. I just can't rationalize any pure offensive build on him. But as a bruiser, as a guy who's built fat and to deal damage and just survive and, just kind of be there in the middle of everything, he fits that tone. He doesn't initiate. He just follows up. He doesn't, completely lock down the enemy team. He tosses them around and slaps them around. I don't know if you ever seen that gif of the Aristocrats where that guy's just throwing cats everywhere while they're all jumping at him. That's kind of how Volibear is. He's the epitome of a bruiser. So I always pick him when I need someone to be really fat and not die. And not necessarily a tank, and I gotta deal some damage and flip bitches. Like right there, I don't know what the Elise was trying to do. She jumped on my teammate, just go forward, flip her off, and then just murder her. That's just the power of Volibear. It's like, you can't fuck with Volibear. Like, if I was Nautilus, I can be as fed as I was in this game with Nautilus. I still wouldn't have been able to do dick. But with Volibear, I'll be able to use this gold and level advantage just to break people's faces in. That's what I love about Volibear. That's why I'll often pick him against a fat enemy team, because usually fat champions can't kill even fatter champions. So, yeah. Of course, the fear is actually a really great crowd control in the fight, because you don't even have to think about using it. It's just when you're in the middle, press E. Everybody that's feared, yay for you. Flip whoever gets close to your teammate, your tank, just flip them away, kill them or whatever. But by the way, here's a massive. I think this is where a massive weird ass lag spike occurs in the game, and I have to actually skip a lot of it. Does it? No. Well. We initiate they initiate on us, we counter initiate, I get killed, and the fight breaks loose. The rest of my team just kind of crumbles. The Rumble's just running around in circles trying to do something. Syndra remarkably survives, while Rumble, kills the Thresh and then dies. I guess it's a trade-off. If you're going to die anyways, you might as well bring someone out of hell with you. So, my team groups up. I don't have boots 2. I don't actually need boots 2. Ninja Tabai is nice and all, but at this rate, no one's actually killing me. So my team groups up. We go push mid again, and you see that I actually sold my yellow trinket to buy a red one. Here's where the stream goes all fucked up. I mean, the recording goes all fucked up. I don't even know what happened. I don't even think I lagged in the stream. But don't worry, unlike the Warwick one, the game actually continues. I just fast forwarded to some point, and you can't watch whatever happened. And nothing really happened. We just kind of got forced back. Either way, here comes a big old team fight. The Rumble ultimate is not the best, and the enemy team pretty much capitalizes on our terrible positioning and wipes us the fuck out. So, despite the fact that we had a really great lead early, and the fact that we had a really we have fed-ass Syndra, we got wiped the fuck out. And it kind of does show a few bad things here. Look, I'm the one who's fed. I have 10 kills. Some of them were unintentional kill steals. That's a bad thing. When you have your tanky fat frontliner, midliner, or whatever really fed, it means your other characters aren't as fed. That's true. I mean, yeah, they're not, starving for gold. But I have kind of 10 kills, and that's a bad thing. I probably took too many with my lightning bolts or whatever. But the enemy team, their kills are more spread out. So they kind of got a lot more power flowing through their entire team. And their gold difference is not as, glaring or any of that. So they aren't too far behind. Either way, we don't have good initiations, so we gotta get lucky with one of our spells or one of our Qs. And here, the Rumble's ultimate is just fucking garbage. But Syndra gets a good initiation, and we just jump them. They spread out too far. We're able to retaliate. And Syndra kind of just blows them all the fuck up, with Tristana, of course, backing her up and shit. So it just becomes a huge mess. They're scattered, and I just use my lightning bolts or whatever, and they just take too much AoE damage. We were close to dying, but their response was so bad that, their important members got picked off, and then Syndra just had full-on, perfect. She wasn't being targeted or anything. She just blasted away. Tristana almost died, sure, but Syndra, no. Here I ping to my teammates, we can take the Nexus Towers. Just keep pushing the Nexus Towers. We got Steroids, we got me, and we've got Tristana. And they actually finally listen and they go for it, except Cinder, she wants to kill Thresh. So, we managed to get the Nexus Tower and we managed to win it. Hooray for Volibear. If you enjoyed the video, give the teddy bear a like and read the comment of the day.